Hello everyone and welcome back to the Enchanted Planner. I'm Reenie. Today I'm planning in my classic vertical for the week of October 4th to the 10th. It's been an interesting thing. It is actually Sunday, October 3rd, as I have filmed this and needed to do a voiceover. Last week got away from me, and then the weekend's been pretty busy trying to do house things and preparing for fall. So as you notice, my planner got a little bit of a refresh. I will do a flip through of my fall refresh in another video in the upcoming week. I got a hold of the seasonal fall book and I'm very excited. This is a beautiful sticker book. Super excited that I managed to pick it up. I do have quite the order coming up from the US, but it is not here yet. So it was nice when I found that in Michael's the other day. So I was excited and had to bring it home so I could actually use some of the new stuff in my planner that I'm watching everybody else use, because my order is not here yet, but that's another story for another day. You'll notice that my planner pages are a bit different. They're not my regular planner pages. We had a bit of a mishap. If you recall a few of the earlier videos this past week, I'd been filming on a black background to see if it was any better for getting rid of the shadows, because I've tried lighting from 6 ways from Sunday and I can't seem to get rid of all the shadows. So I tried just a piece of black poster board. Well, I planned my October monthly on said black poster board, and the color from the poster board transferred onto my planner pages, which is a super bummer. And I wasn't all that happy with the monthly, so I haven't determined if I'm gonna refilm it or I don't like it. And if I don't like it, that's not a good thing. It is what it is, but I'll figure that out. So I'm just gonna, I've covered up all of the stuff in the column, the sidebar there, and I'm on the hunt for an October sticker and didn't realize that I was out in the other two books. Well, the October in the last year's fall book would have been the wrong color anyways, because it's purple. So into the fall book we go. The colors in this book are so incredible. It's such a nice color palette. I just wish that there were a few. Isn't that always the case, right? Happy Planner comes out with these books and we always wish it had this. It has no half boxes or quarter boxes in it. It just has the full boxes. So I've also grabbed Rock This, which matches this book really, really well. I will tell you that much. The color palettes are very, very similar. So if you have the Rock This student sticker book, pull it out and pair it with the seasonal fall, because the color palettes are almost identical. So I'm just going to flip through here and I'm looking at this point right now for boxes. And this is when I discover it doesn't have any, but it does have this beautiful sidebar sticker in it. It says shopping list, but I don't really care. I could cover it up. I chose not to because I couldn't find anything that I figured would work. And shopping list, well, we all got to shop, and I know what the list is for. So we're just going to leave with that. I'm sorry about the so. I'm a little bit flustered. I hadn't planned on doing a voiceover. I looked at the length of the video and went, oh dear, that is a lot longer than I really wanted. So in those cases, if you've been following my channel for a while, I will generally opt to do a voiceover now that I know how to do them, as opposed to letting those videos go up without a voiceover at 45 and 50 minutes for one planner spread. I honestly don't know. Like, I am the one that will sit through like Mary Ellen Planning with Bumble's videos, which does the Patreon videos, and they're like 45, 50, 55 minutes long. I love watching them. I have them running in the background while I'm tinkering around or doing housework or whatever. But I don't know if anybody else tends to watch for the entirety. I'm starting to get a good gauge on the analytics in the background in YouTube. So I kind of got this. I'm optimally trying to get down to like a 15-minute time frame for videos without having to do a voiceover. But I think that's going to take me a little bit, because I enjoy the planning process, and it's also very therapeutic for me, as I'm sure it is for most people, when we have our hands and our eyes busy with other things, in this case stickers. We're not really focused on anything else that's going on in our world. So it's a really nice way to unplug, at least for me. I don't know about y'all. If it is for you too, let me know in the comments below. So I'm just trying to decide what I'm pulling up. I love those hedgehogs. They're so cute. I'm just trying to get the bones, if you will, of the planner spread, because I don't actually have a lot going on this week that needs like specific boxes to be noted. My apologies. So it's kind of a free-for-all. And I realized after I had started laying down stickers in this spread that I had originally planned to go straight through the center and just decorate the center boxes and then use the top and the bottom for functionality. Yeah, this is why as a menopausal woman we write things down, because when we don't write them down, we don't remember. So I'll have to try that maybe for next week's spread. I'm slowly trying to get out of my comfort zone. Like I'll buy sticker books that I wouldn't normally buy, or trying to decorate, because I do find that my spreads, although they work really well for me, it's the same layout like with the stickers pretty much every week. So I'm trying to, step out of the box and get a little bit more courageous and creative at the same time. But it's a struggle because we will always default to what our natural behavior patterns are, right? So I'm just going to lay in these boxes, and I'm trying to decide where exactly I want to lay them down as I'm trying to figure out in my brain, okay, so this place and that place. Now, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, there is a lot of taking up stickers in this spread, because for the life of me, I could not get a dang thing down straight. Couldn't do it. I don't know why. That was the jewel toned boxes sticker book, because it has a good amount of copper boxes in the back of it. And although most of us tend to avoid using foils in planner spreads because they look really pretty, but they're a pain in the butt to try and film. But this is, at this time of year, I don't know about y'all, but between like fall and winter really is the only time I feel called to or even interested in using foil boxes, because it matches the colors of those seasons. Like, where else are we going to use gold and silver boxes or copper? And, even some of the gunmetal ones. The gunmetal is really pretty, but, when else are we going to use them? I don't know about y'all, but they usually, I don't know, I find that it's from like September through to like basically the end of winter, that's the perfect seasons for those boxes, because they actually fit with the theme of the seasons. That's the oldest fall book. I was flipping through to see if there was anything that matched. Like, those copper leaves are absolutely perfect, but I have an idea in mind for another spread for those, so I didn't want to opt to use them in this one. I figured maybe I'd find some boxes, but it was a no-go. And this is where I pulled in the Rock This sticker book, because like I said, that color palette matches this seasonal fall book really, really well. This book, of course, is meant for a big teacher planner, but I am very much of the frame of mind that any sticker can go into any planner. So if there are sticker books that come out that have both a mini and a big option as well, I usually pick them up just because I want to have the options. Gives me more wiggle room to play around, right? See, this is where I'm talking about the fact that it doesn't seem to matter how hard I try. Intentionally, I seem to go down the steps with the boxes. So I opt to do it a little bit differently on this side of the page. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want this placement, because again, my what do you call it? OCD is like, no, it's got to go within the lines. And I'm like, no, I want to step out of the lines. But in the end, it's a simple spread, but it's cute. It's really cute, and it will do for the week. And as I said, considering it is Sunday, October 3rd, and I really need to plan out my week, because although I don't have a large amount going on that I need to track bill-wise or whatever in this planner, I have a lot of work to get done this week because I didn't get most of my work done last week. So yeah, it's going to be a no time for much else during my work hours. Just get it done, because I've got to play catch up for losing a lot of hours last week. but sometimes life gets in the way. I paused the camera for a moment so you guys didn't have to see me struggle with trying to get that box straight because it was driving me crazy. And I'm just laying in the quote sticker. I really quite like that quote sticker. It's really pretty, even though it's like, sorry, I didn't mean to make noise. Even though it's like that pretty fall color, but it says fall reminds us that change can be beautiful. And I couldn't agree more. I often equate our own lives to the seasons, if you will. Like as a young girl, teenager, if you will, we are in the spring of our life. And then as we move through late teens and into young adulthood, we're moving into the summer years. And then we move into the autumn years. And then, of course, we move into the winter years. It works. It works. And it's an easy way to sort of, what do you call it? It's a rite of passage. You know, I often say to people, age is something that is denied to many. So I don't mind getting older. I quite enjoy it. I'm living a good life. I continue to live a good life. I have a great life. And then I wake up every day excited about that life. So me, I can't go wrong, right? I'm just kind of I'm in the autumn years of my life. I think that's probably why I resonate with those colors, right? The auburns and the coppers. They're pretty. I really like them. So I'm just putting in some decorative stuff because I do like those leaves and I wanted to try and spruce up. I was hoping there was larger decorative stickers in this book, and there is in the copper, but I didn't quite make that connection until closer to the end of the spread. So they do end up coming in, but just as sort of little accents on top, because I wasn't about to torture y'all with lifting up more stickers, because it was a rough start at the beginning trying to get all those stickers down straight. It was pull them up, put them down, pull them up, put them down. So I'm just lifting these corners to try and slip those in behind. And these being new stickers are quite sticky, even though they were on the wax paper. So it's a little bit of a gentle caress to try and get them up without ripping them. And the foil ones, I find you have to be really careful with. If you lift the foil the wrong way, it sort of warps almost. It's like the foil comes up from the backing behind it. I can't really explain it, but if you've ever noticed that in your own when you've lifted them up or you've lifted them up the wrong way, they don't look as nice. So I'm always very, very careful with foil boxes. Then I'm just flipping through again to see if I can find any additional decorative stuff, and I ended up flipping through this book a lot more than I normally would, but it's a brand new sticker book and I don't really know how everything is laid out and what is exactly in the book. So it takes me a bit. These stickers were a pain in the butt to get up from that backing. I'm just pulling some header stickers, but I don't know if it's they weren't fully cut or if again it was just me, but I had a terrible time trying to get them up. I ended up really like trying to peel them up with the X-Acto knife, and something is stuck down really good if you can't get it up with the sharp end of an X-Acto knife. This again, I'm repositioning it because once again I could not get the sticker down straight. It just didn't want to cooperate. I think this is the final time. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. 3 times. It's good. I'm not lifting it up again. We kind of have to make a rule for ourselves too, right? Remembering that these planner spreads are literally just paper and stickers. They're not for anybody else to see. Well, in this case, people are seeing it because it's on a YouTube channel or on Instagram, but it's not like we're going to be judged on it, because for the most part, I have not found that within the planner community, which is amazing, honestly, because it's not very often you find a community of women that are, tend to be supportive of one another. But I also think that is really the way our next generations have been brought up, if that makes any sense. I count myself as being a mentor for those who come after me. So with my daughter, my daughter's friends, or any of the young women that I have worked with over the last decade and a half in health and fitness, we encourage one another and we support one another, and we we are the wind beneath one another's wings. And really, that makes my heart sing. It makes my heart sing. It's a really important thing that women band together instead of ripping each other apart. That's my little TED talk for today. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off, but it's just sometimes those moments are evoked, and it's an opportunity to sort of spread some love and some compassion, and I'm all for that in any instance, anywhere in life. Okay, oh, I love these strip stickers. They're perfect for filling in little spaces that need just a little something, but you don't really want to put in a larger piece of decor or mess up the balance by adding another box. I ended up putting it at the top of that Thursday box because I didn't, where it's really the only place it would actually go, because I hadn't really thought ahead in the plan, which was apparently the name of my game in this. I didn't think ahead, couldn't see the bigger picture because I didn't want to put it on the same line as the other one and fill in that gap, but it's all right. It works. It's cute. It's fun. It's simple. And I get to do another one next week. And this one, we just turn the page. It's a wonderful thing we're gifted with planners, right? You just get to turn the page to another week. Now I'm debating pulling in some of these other leaves. I'm just flipping through the book trying to determine which ones I'm after, and then I couldn't remember where the heck they were, so I had to flip through again to try and find them. So unfortunately, there's a lot of flipping through the sticker book in this video, which, if you can imagine, this is sped up. So yeah, let's not even go there. It was a lot of sticker book flipping. I love these colors though. I can't tell you how much I love this color palette. They're so pretty. Now I'm just waiting. This is where I decide and find and then decide that I quite like the copper. And at this point, because we've got copper all the way through the spread, I'm like, we're in, man. We're in. We may as well just go right on and use the copper. But as I said, I'm not going to start ripping up a bunch of the boxes and stuff to start putting that copper in with the other pieces, because I did enough sticker lifting. It was like too much sticker lifting. And then I find another piece, and they're really pretty pieces. They're really pretty pieces. So I'm excited to use them in another spread at some point this fall, because they're really pretty line floral or line leaves, if you will. The colored ones are nice too. So I think I pull out one of these, but I don't believe I actually use it. Or maybe I do on this one. I decide to go with a clear so I can still see the copper. And it's just a matter of getting them lined up in the placement that I actually want them to sit. And then, and then I just decide I have to lift up the tiny bit of the corner in the bottom. Which, like I said before, with these stickers being relatively like brand new, they're a little on the sticky side. I thought maybe it was just, well, I think some of my older sticker books are really sticky in the summer too, but I don't know if that had to do with the humidity here, because we had a really warm summer here, like uncharacteristically warm summer here, and it was hot. Like we had like temperatures like mid 40s, which I can't remember what that converts to in Fahrenheit, but it's hot, put it that way. Like 28 degrees Celsius here is like really hot, but we had temperatures up in like the high 30s and like low 40s. It was warm. It was a beautiful summer though. Absolutely beautiful summer. Now I'm just trying to figure out if I want to stuff some more up there or not, or if I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm quite pleased with the end result. Like, it's simple and effective. it's simple but effective, and really functionality is what we want for our planners, so it's a win-win. And I'm just debating if I want to try and put something down in that corner because it looks a little bare, but I am not really feeling it. I want sort of the pages to be like the boxes, you know, the center of the pages to be more of the focus. And I pulled out some of those corner pieces, which they're pretty, but they just didn't sort of fit the vibe with this one. So I was like, meh, I'll leave them alone. It's all good. And then I'm playing around with that foil one to see if I want to put it down there, but none of them stay. None of them stay. I end up just really leaving it as is. I think maybe I put in a small header or something somewhere, but other than that, not much. Now I've added a couple because I decided I like these little tiny foil ones. And I put a couple of those foil leaves on top of the already existing flora, if you will, just to give a little bit of copper pop in there. And it came out pretty good. You probably can't see it too well within the video unless the light catches it. And that's the trouble with foil. But I will be looking at them all week thinking they're super pretty. Super pretty. I'm really looking forward to getting my box of stuff up from the US because I'm kind of in a planner slump. You know, new stuff generally vibes that up. Now, that's a terrible thing to say. I mean, consumerism at its finest, but I'm also destashing and I'm going to get rid of a bunch of stuff as well because, like most everybody, I'm assuming I probably have too much stuff, more stuff than I can ever use in my lifetime. So just going to finish up. I'm trying to actually get the teeny bit of that stem off of that leaf, and even the scissors were giving me grief. So it finally came off, but it was a bit of a pain. I don't know why. It just didn't want to come off. But we are just about done here, friends. And I'm just going to clean on up and assess where we're at. And then we're going to put them back on the discs and have a look to see what they look like. At least I think that's where I am. I should be. Yeah, it's time to put them back on the discs and see how it looks. Trying to find my place without giving you guys a peek inside my planner refresh because I want to do that as a completely separate video. And then I tried to put them in upside down, so it tells you how it's been, man. And that is it for me, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to comment and subscribe. We'll see you again real soon. Ciao.